Alrighty guys, today is the day where I bring out all of my animatronics and do a video on it. It's what every haunter does. Yeah. Oh shit. What the fuck? Fucking bee. Okay. Yeah, so I have like 26 of them and fuck, dude. I think I'd rather like piss a kidney stone than like do this, but I mean, I feel like I gotta do it every year, you know? It's like what haunters do. So I guess without further ado, let's get this shit started. So like all of them except for like my two big ones are in the house right now, and I have a friend coming over to help me with this shit. But yeah, I'm just gonna put them all in the backyard. If things change, then I'll like actually go to the front yard instead, because it's like a little bit more space. So yeah, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. But I say we should start off with the OG himself, Nightmare Harvester. This guy's dress smells really good because we just had to put it, like a cat pissed on it, and we had to clean it. Snuggles. Alright, I got them all up. God fucking damn. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of them and say something that I like, dislike, the thing that about them that stands out the most compared to others, and maybe even like a story or something with them. And then after that, I'll do a nighttime demo or whatever, show off, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so my very first real deal animatronic I ever got was Nightmare Harvester. What I like about him is his voice, his concept, and his phrases. What I don't really like about him is his detail, which is honestly not too big of a deal. And the thing that stands out about him the most compared to the others is his voice. I love his voice so much. Like I said, he was my first real deal animatronic I got, and he was the beginning to my addiction to Halloween. I got him in 2020, but didn't actually use him in a haunt until 2021. I remember walking into Spirit Halloween and I almost got crouchy, but my parents told me I should look online first before I make my decision. So I did, and I found this guy, and honestly I'm glad I did that and got him. I usually put this guy in forest themes and put him in the front of the haunt as the opening animatronic. Out of all of my animatronics, this guy in my opinion is the best animatronic to be in the front. I don't know what it is about him, but he just has the right amount of energy. He feels like a leader, and he's not too gimmicky, but he's still impressive. He has seen it all, and honestly, I felt like I've grown up with this thing. My second animatronic is Root of Evil. What I like about him is his detail, his phrases, and his voice. What I don't like about him is his volume. I think he's too quiet. And what I think the standout thing about him is his detail.
Grisliest show on earth!
And my third animatronic is Rotten Ringmaster. What I like about him is his animation and his concept. I don't have any dislikes about him. I think what stands out about him is his animation. I love the Nibbles the Clown rocking in the cage. There's actually not too many clown animatronics that I like, but this is one of them I actually do like. There's just a lot of charm to this guy.
Here comes another fool who thinks it's safe to come so close to us. Yeah, they must not be very smart.
My fourth animatronic is Jack Stalker. What I like about him is his lights, his voice, and just his overall appearance or look. What I don't really like about him, which honestly this is kind of a nitpick, but I wish he was a little bit taller and a little less hunched. What I think stands out about him is his lights, especially with that projection in the pumpkin. That's a pretty cool effect. Out of all of my animatronics, this guy's 100% been through the most shit. He's the first time I ever put this guy out for display, I had him on a small base, and my dumbass didn't put a weight on him, so the wind knocked him off the base, and he face planted, shattering his face. But my dad, the legend he is, managed to glue all the little shattered pieces together, and somehow nothing else broke on him. Last year, this guy had developed a dead spot in the motor, so to fix it, every once in a while, I would just need to spin the band connecting to the motor, and he would work again. However, now I'm dealing with an issue where this guy's arm and head stopped working completely, even when I spun the band, but we got that working again after connecting a battery to the motor with some wires. However, I don't think it's going to last long. And if I remember right, I think there was another time this guy face planted. I don't remember when, but I just remember it. Let's see here. Not too long ago, some of our cats took a piss on his dress, so we had to clean that. I'm sure I'm missing some more shit this guy's been through, but yeah. My fifth animatronic is the Jemmy Jason. What I like about him is the fact that he's Jason. What I dislike about him is he has no sensor, lack of animation, and his quality is not the best. And what stands out about him is the fact that he's Jason. The only reason why I have this guy is because the fact that he's Jason, and Jason is my favorite slasher villain. I didn't like the clothes the default design had, so I slapped part of my Jason costume on him, so he's a little bit more movie accurate. This guy also likes to do that one Michael Jackson move if you don't strap him down. And if this thing wasn't Jason, I wouldn't even have bought this thing.
Oozing with the foul stench of rotten souls.
My sixth animatronic is Cellar Dweller. What I like about him is his voice, his animation, and his versatility. You can use this guy in a whole bunch of different scenes, which is nice. And you can you can easily customize him too. My only dislike about him is his face looks a little weird. What it's shown on the box, it looks different from that. Let's see here. There's actually nothing that really stands out about him compared to everyone else. I've always kind of thought of him as my default prop. I don't know. He's the basic one. My seventh animatronic, and probably my scariest one, is Darling Dolly. What I love about her is her design / concept, her animation, and yeah, like I said, just her creepiness. I don't have any dislikes about her. And what really stands out about her is her design and concept. The mutant doll look is, I fucking love it so much. It is probably my favorite design out of all my animatronics. Darling Dolly may have to be one of my favorites in my collection. I just have a soft spot for dolls, and I love mutant creatures, so when you put the two together, you know I was foaming at the mouth for this one. All of my animals hate her, and she's headbutted a few people before, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know, they cooked hard with the design on this one. Everything to the animation, the jump scare is awesome, I love it so much. The lights flashing, just everything. And those arms too, who thought of tree branch arms for a doll animatronic? That is so creative, and it adds a whole nother creepiness to the prop, and I love Darling Dolly so much. Leatherface. Oh, Leatherface, how I have some shit to say about him, but I'll get to that here in a second. Uh, what I like about him when he was working, it was definitely his animation, his detail slash movie accuracy, and his audio. And my dislikes has to be the quality, specifically a little plastic gear that holds up the entire fucking arm piece. Also, what stood out about him was definitely his animation. And behold, the little fucking plastic gear that holds up the entire goddamn arm piece of Leatherface. Now, let's get the elephant out of the room here. Why the fuck is it plastic? Why? Why would you make it plastic if it's going to be this small and it's going to hold up a fucking arm, like the whole arm setup, for a prop as violent as the Party City Leatherface? Like, seriously, guys. Jesus Christ. Can we not use fucking, like a steel or metal, whatever the fuck, a stronger material gear? But no, they had to go with fucking plastic because they're a bunch of cheap, greedy assholes that fuck, god damn it. You're wondering, like, why? Like, obviously, it wasn't like this in the thing. Me and my dad, like, tried to, like, JB weld, like, some washers on it to, like, like, maybe fix it. But no, even that shit didn't work. It just fucking snapped again. And fuck me, dude. Why? Like, seriously, guys. Like, we should not be paying these fucking prices for animatronics, like, to get little shitty plastic gears in them that are just gonna break after, like, 1 year. Now, I know I may have had a little bit of a part in this because I turned him off when I shouldn't have, when he was mid-activation. But still, this shit was inevitable, and, like, it's soon every single Party City Leatherface is doomed to this fate, unless if you just don't fucking use them. Like, why, dude? The shit is, all of them are just gonna disintegrate. All of them. Why? And it's such a fucking shame, too, because he was such a cool animatronic, dude. I loved his animation. He was probably, like had one of my favorite animation, like, out of all the fucking props. And it's squandered because of the shitty plastic gear that is, like a fucking, like, inch thick. Oh, and an even more thing that's, like, fucked about it is you can't even, like, his shaking he won't even activate anymore because this shit is, like, not in it. He has to, like, reset and to, like, be able to activate again. So without this shit in there, his arms, like, can't go down from the, like, reset. So he is just forever, he just doesn't work anymore. He doesn't fucking work anymore. My 9th animatronic is one of my smallest, and it's Grave Watcher. What I like about Grave Watcher is her lights. I think she's got some pretty cool, like, eerie lighting with those candles, and the fact that she can run off batteries. I don't have any dislikes about her, but there's, like, nothing that really, like, stands out amongst the others about her either. So yeah, overall she's a really good, like, background piece or, like, a tone setter piece. And to start off our double digits, my 10th animatronic is Hulking Werewolf. What I like about him is his, like, digital eyes. I think those are pretty cool. And how intimidating he is. Like, he's pretty, like, creepy looking, especially in dark. And with that size, too. Like, he's just super intimidating. My dislikes is his volume. He's, like, Root of Evil. He's too quiet. And what stands out about him is his intimidation. Number 11 is Catacomb Creature. What I like about him is his size, his animation, and his voice, because he sounds like the Lich from Warcraft 3. What I don't really like about him is his detail. He just looks a little too, like, plain, but honestly that could easily be fixed, so. And as far as a standout, there's actually nothing that really stands out about him anymore. It used to be his size, but now that I've gotten bigger animatronics, that's kind of, like, went away.
But my little carnivorous pumpkin has turned the tables on you, humans.
My 12th animatronic is Rot Harvester. What I like about him is his voice. He has a very unique voice. His concept, his overall look, and his face. I love his face design. It's like it's actually kind of creepy. And as far as dislikes, I don't have any dislikes with this guy. And what stands out about him is his voice. I don't. He's just got a very unique voice compared to everyone else. I love that farmers, like that angry farmer voice. It's fucking fantastic.
Spirits, rise and claim the souls of those foolish humans still walking.
13th animatronic is Soul Stealer, and he's probably another one of my absolute favorites. What I love about this guy is his animation, his lights, and his fog effect. I don't have any dislikes with him, and his standout is literally everything. This whole prop is a standout. Honestly, I think this guy's one of the best retail animatronics you can get. He feels like a whole show in one, and you don't even need to light up this guy. He just lights himself up, and the fog effect looks so damn cool. 14th animatronic is the other clown animatronic I actually like, clowning around. What I like about this guy is his voice and just his concept. What I don't really like is his detail. I feel like there's certain parts, like specifically like the children and maybe like his clothes, like it needs more detail to him. What stands out about him is definitely his concept. Out of all my animatronics, this guy probably has the darkest concept. And I'm so down for an animatronic with a dark concept like his, with like him eating the kids. Like that's, like, yeah, I just having a prop like that is pretty cool. Last year in my Halloween haunt, I think like this was most people's favorite, which is kind of interesting to me. So yeah. My 15th animatronic is Wanda Webworth. What I love about Wanda is her concept / design, her sounds, and her detail. What I don't really like is her height. I wish she was a 7-foot animatronic, if I'm going to be honest. Her standout is definitely her concept and design. I absolutely love the mutant spider look. I love spiders in general, and like I said earlier, I love mutant creatures, so when you put them together, like, yeah, this was another one I was wanting pretty bad from Spirit. She may not do as much as everyone else, but damn, her design carries.
Human, I welcome you to my kingdom.
My 16th animatronic is Levitating Reaper. What I love about this guy is his lights and his size. What I don't really like is his volume. He's another quiet one. But in the video, I have him hooked to a microphone, so that's why he's loud. Definitely the standout is the size. Honestly, his lights is a standout too.
Killer dog, and I sing it.
My 17th one is Chucky. And what I love about Chucky is definitely his animation and the fact that he's Chucky. What I don't like is his volume. He's another quiet one. And honestly, his phrases, I felt like they could have done something better with his phrases. They kind of just gave him some like corny ass phrases. They're also a little too short as well. Definitely the standout for him though is his animation. His animation is so lifelike. He honestly almost feels like a Disneyland animatronic. Number 18 is Rick Ratman. What I love about him is his like sound, like the sound quality, like is so good. They really got down and dirty with this one. I also love his like gore as well. He's probably my bloodiest one, and I love his animation, very unique. I don't have any dislikes with him, and I will say I think his standout is the gore. Like none of my other props are as bloody as this guy. And my 19th animatronic is Mangy Rat. What I love about this guy is his animation and his concept. I just love the fact that he's just a giant rat. I don't have any dislikes with him, and there's nothing about him that really stands out, I guess. Except for the fact that he's a rat, I guess. And the big 20 animatronic is Scary Sitting Scarecrow. What I like about this guy is his interactability. It's cool. How, you know, I mean, the gimmick or whatever, it's pretty cool. I don't have any dislikes with him, and I mean, there's nothing that stands out about him. I feel like everyone's got to have one of these bad boys in their collection. I have the scary version, so I bet you guys with the normal version, I bet you guys are jealous. My My 22nd animatronic is Deathstalker. What I like about this guy is his concept and his sounds. What I don't really like is his detail, like specifically with the clothing. That's why I tried to put creepy cloth on him. In the video, it doesn't look the best, but it looks better when I, situate it more. Definitely the standout is his concept. Like, I don't even know like what this guy is. Like, I kind of just chalked it up to like an alien fish, which that's kind of like that's what I love about him, is just how unique he is in that kind of sense. Also today, when I tried putting him out there and just turning him on, he wouldn't turn on, and it turns out because one of our cats like chewed on his cord, so my dad had to like cut that part out of the cord and like reconnect it. I thought that was kind of interesting. And 22 is Arachnophobia Spider. What I love about her is her size, her lights, and her intimidation. I don't have any dislikes about her, and her standout is it's her size and her lights. Like, I don't know, this thing is like crazy. Like, the camera like doesn't even do this thing like any justice for the lights nor the size either. Number 23 is Wyvern. I love the Wyvern. I love his lights and his size. My only issue with him is that he's quiet, but I hooked a speaker up to him, so he's pretty loud in the video. His standout is gotta be his lights. I love that effect of the lights going up the neck and then he like leans down the raw at you. Like, it's so damn cool. I love the Wyvern. Also the fact that he's a dragon too. Like, you don't see dragons like that often with Halloween haunts. So I don't know. I just love having a dragon. Like, I love the fact that I can have a dragon in my Halloween haunt. It's very unique. 24 is Sadistic Sadie, another one of my smallest ones. I love the fact that she's a doll. Like I said, I have a soft spot for dolls. And I do love her dress as well. I don't have any dislikes with her, and there's nothing about her that stands out, though. My 25th animatronic is Tumble the Troll. What I love about Tumble is his detail, his size / intimidation, and just his overall appearance. Like, he just looks pretty cool and derpy at the same time, if I'm gonna be honest. What I don't like about him is how much latex this fucking prop uses. Oh my god, dude. This thing's gonna rot worse than a fucking corpse. Anyways, I also think his voice can be like weird. I don't know. There's something off about it. It sounds like a dude trying to sound like an ogre, like in like most of his phrases, which honestly I've kind of gotten a little desensitized to it, but at first it was kind of weird to listen to. And the standout thing for this guy for me is the fact that he's an ogre, just because just like the dragon, like it's just another creature or monster like you wouldn't really think of when you think of Halloween or like seeing a haunt. So yeah. Also, this is my third Tumble the Troll, by the way. The first one I got, the sensor was all fucked up. He sometimes he'd work, sometimes like he wouldn't. Sometimes the sensor seemed like it was delayed. It was just weird, so we sent him back. The new one we got, that one was even more fucked. That one's sensor was doing the same shit, and eventually his side-to-side movement broke. So yeah, we threw that one and we sent that one back. And so yeah, now I'm on this one. So hopefully nothing goes wrong with this one. Otherwise, I'm gonna actually have a fucking fit about it. Yeah.
Oh, Chucky, look at us. Don't you see? We belong dead.
And last but certainly not least, my 26th animatronic is Tiffany. What I love about her is her animation and the fact that she's Tiffany. I don't have any like dislikes about her, and her standout is her animation. She's honestly, I think I might like her better than Chucky. I don't know, it's a toss-up between the two. Alright, so that was all of my animatronics. Let's all cap the video off with a nighttime showcase or whatever with my phone camera's dog shit quality. And there we have it, my Halloween animatronic collection for 2025. It's not as big as like other collections you see. Like, I mean, I only have 26 animatronics, but honestly, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Honestly, I love every single one of them that I got, and like I feel like having less of them like kind of makes me appreciate them like individually more. And I feel like they all have like an important role to play in making a haunt. Like I feel like none like overshadow like the others. Like I feel like they all serve a purpose. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Also, I shall see you at the end of the month when I post my Halloween haunt video. So yeah, be ready for that. Yeah, bye bye, mofos. Now I gotta fucking clean all this shit up.